Alright, we are back. Welcome back. Last time we got up to rank 10, and we're going to try to get a little further this time. Hopefully we won't have a bad losing streak like we did to end the last stream, but I'm going to stream for a little while here. We're going to try to get as much done as we can. I'm still going to play some Murloc Paladin. If that starts not working so much, I might go over to the Temple Rogue. And then if we face a lot of rogues that we do see around, I might go over to the Zubat version of Paladin, which runs Galactic Crawlers and the Zubats, which looks pretty fun. So we're going to jump right into it here. See what we can do. Oops. There we go. Alright, so we got Priest. Want to get on board early, do some damage. Toss a Spellbreaker. Gonna do Chum, Rock Pool. Hopefully get another Murloc here, and maybe we can do a good Megasar turn on 4. I'll probably be talking about all this stuff. This loses to Potion of Madness, but it's a pretty decent start, so I wanted to try it. Or Smite, that's alright. I was checking out a stream, they were doing a Keliseth Priest, who was pretty sick. This puts him out of Potion of Madness range. Buffing him up by 3. Up 2, 3. Glimmerroot, alright. Set him next turn for the Hydrologist secret. Ooh, I could see her. I'm going to see her. Because if I see her now, it makes him a little more sticky. And then I can trade with Impunity here and not have to worry. Go face. Next turn we Megasar and hope for damage. Hopefully for like Wind Fury. Plus 3 attack would be good too. I'd take +1/+1 as well. Let's see what 4th turn they got here. Still one of us of everything here, so it's looking like this is Razicus Anduin. Finja not help. So we're going to go drop the Megasar. Wind Fury and +1/+1. Which one I think is better? I think the Wind Fury is going to be better here. Maybe we can close the game out early. That 2 damage from the Loot Hoarder doesn't really do much here. So I'm just going to leave it on the board and keep going face. Let's see what he does here. There's the Potion of Madness. I knew he had it. That's the spell. Alright. This way you can clear one of them. Oh, yeah. Because of the Wind Fury. Yeah. It's a good order. I'm going to go ahead and just drop the Scale Vein. Go face. It survives turn 6, the Dragonfire Potion, so it's a better move there, I think, than dropping Finja. Okay. Not too much of an issue. Spirit Lash is fine. Spirit Lash is kind of dumb there, actually, because now I can kill it with one of these minions. Really would like a Blessing of Kings here would win. I'm too far away from Bone Mare. Spike Ridge Seed wouldn't be too bad. Blessing of Kings here. Alright, so it looks like I just trade here. 5+6. It's 11. Good first round. Good first round. Wayne up. Alright. Some weird stuff going on the side here with the cursor. It's like going crazy, and it's really just from Hearthstone. Because if I click it off and click it back on, it's gone. So, I don't know what kind of video artifacts are going on there. Alright, Shaman. Shaman's a tough matchup. Probably looking at like Evolve Shaman. Thinking easily if they get the board away from me, it's really hard for me to get it back. So I want to go for all board stuff that I can. Spellbreaker is kind of useful, but I think I'm just going to go try to get more Murlocs to try to keep that board. Seer will probably help with that. I'm looking for a 2-drop draw on one of these next couple turns. There's the Firefly. Bach does not help me that much. I already had one in my hand. Eating some dinner here, just got home from work. Sorry if it's a little distracting. I think I killed the Murloc factory here, so I got a coin out through a rallying blade. Totem. The only thing I really can do right here is this here. I can hero power, but that's kind of useless when he's got 2 Fireflies on the board that can easily trade and not die. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop this here. Hopefully set up for a decent Megasar turn next turn. I'm going to hit the Firefly. He can't trade back into it and clear it this turn. Unless he drops like a Flame Tongue Totem or something like that. Fourth turn, probably Serenite Chain Gang. Pirates. Inside. Pretty good turn here. I got 2 Megasars and I got the Blessing of Kings here. I might just Blessing of Kings and clear the Mana Tide, because I don't want him to draw too many cards. And then that allows me, if I get a 1-drop Murloc, I can evolve both of those. Let's see what he's got on 5. Devolve. Using Devolve already. That's pretty good. I think we just drop a Megasar and make a board here. Gotta get something down. It's not really a good play, but it's the only play I got right now. 6th turn I could Hero Power Megasar. I can Hero Power Blessing of Kings. I can get something else too. Throw down. So thing I gotta be aware of here is I gotta make sure he doesn't have as many minions on board, because if he starts flooding the board, I'm getting all this screwed. Without a Bloodlust. Blow. Kings doesn't look too bad on the Megastar here. Make a big minion. I can clear out the thing from below. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Looks like the best play possible right now. Go ahead and hero power. Doesn't hurt. Probably looking at like a Jade Lightning to clear that Megastar now. Cool, Flame Tongue works too. Now I can Curator this turn, or I can Tide Color Megastar, but that doesn't seem very good. I could also Spellbreaker the Flame Tongue, reduce some incoming damage, but I gotta get some minions on the board here. That's why I'm thinking War Leader Megastar. Again, it's not really a great play, but it's getting some minions on the board. You can clear it. Let's see, you already used patches, Bloodseal's already gone. I don't think he's running deckhands. Yeah, so I'm going to go War Leader Megastar. Give him something to protect him a little more. Call that a turn. If I don't get minions on the board here so I can clear his stuff out, he's just going to overrun me with a ton of minions. And then it's an easy bloodlust turn, I'm done. Wow. It's pretty good. Not much I can do about that. I could silence. I'm looking at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, I died of Bloodlust here. So, I think Curator is probably one of my better plays here. It's just going to get cleared really quick. And then I'll be looking at 5. At least I won't tie to Bloodlust.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Oh, actually, I would. If you have Bloodlust. Because you can use trade with the poisonous. I was looking that upside down. Lightning. Yeah, that's pretty much done. Alright, we're going 1-1 to start. Not bad though. Shamans are tough to begin with. Let's update that loss. Let me know what you guys think of the stream. If it's good enough quality, or you want to see me change over to Temple Rogue or something like that. I'm willing to experiment around today. It's a pretty decent start. Against Warlock, it's pretty tough though, because you pretty much play directly into Defile of their control. Warlock's one of my toughest matchups. I think I just tie color here. No reason to chum and tie color, because then it would be like a 1 and a 2, and then I drop rock pull and it'd be 1, 2, 3 on the board. Veratu, it's probably control. So I'm going to go ahead and buff him. Go ahead and trade. Let me drop the chum here as well, because either Murloc it hits, it's going to be able to be used next turn. I think I really think I dropped the Coldite Seer here instead of the War Leader on turn 3. Makes my Murlocs a little stickier, a little harder to remove. Ow, wow. I think I Megasar this turn no matter what. We're looking for something to push damage or keep my guys alive. Plants doesn't do very much against a Warlock, especially with the Despicable Dreadlords. It's pretty much a wasted thing. Stealth is kind of probably the worst to evolve, because nobody evolves after they attack. I think I'm going to go with Divine Shield to keep them alive a little longer. And I do think clearing is a good idea. That 2 damage wasn't that big of a deal, but I think clearing the board is really well useful. See, nothing dies off of that Defile. It would have, if that bird was up. So I got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh yeah, right here. I had 4 damage from hand, plus the War Leader would have been a lot more. A rare Warlock win. That's what you gotta do, you gotta get them early. Make your minions sticky, and they won't be able to clear them as easily. Keep it going. Yeah, I've been playing around with this build and then the one that runs Golakka Crawlers and Zubats, and both of them have their merits. It really depends on what you run into most often. Coldite Seer really does seem like, to me, like it could have been like a lame card, but it really helps out in these types of matchups here with control and Zoo keeping your Morlocks alive in order to Megasar. So I got coin. I'm going to keep the Megasar and the Vilefin. I hope I get some like 2-drops or 3-drop Murlocs. Okay, there's another Seer. Getting to Carlos. Okay, so it's a different Warlock. Getting 2 Megasars kind of sucks, but I think it'll be alright. I mean, yeah, 2 of the Megasars. Just keep an eye out for the board clears like Defile. I think Hellfire is another one that you got to keep an eye out for. That's on turn 4. None of them really run Demon Fire anymore. just try to get the board down and get it sticky. Okay, so we're talking zoo here. Same idea, get the board down, get it sticky. I'm going to try to go as fast as I can here to try to get my board filled up so I can clear his stuff as much as possible. Looking for a good 2-drop here. Rock Pool will be really good. Hydraulics would be okay, but I wouldn't be able to play the secret very soon. Oh, well, I'm cool with that. Get his removal out as early as possible. Chum. Alright, I'm just going to drop the chum. He's going to go ahead and trade into it, but I'm going to use that as a little bit of a leverage.
Speak your peace.
Complete board clear. Yeah, Zoo can just get on this board early and start clearing your stuff. Seer could be dropped here for 3-4 already, which is pretty good. And then I might be able to evolve him next turn. My other options are Vilefin Hero Power, so I'd have a 1-3 and a 1-1, which is pretty good because he's got 1 health, both 1 health minions here. And then I can choose to buff him up with the Seer later or run the Megasar. I think I'm going to do that.
Speak your peace.
Oh, nice. So, Megasar kind of sucks on a negative board here, but there's really no other option I got. I could throw it on the Seer, but that's not going to be able to clear the Councilman. So we drop that down and hope he clears into it. Or I clear afterwards. Alright. He's going to push face. It's fine. Finja's pretty good here. I'm going to drop Finja. Helps me get my board back, which I desperately need. Because he took it over since basically the beginning. Try to Lord. Okay, so you can do a couple things here. I can Hero Power and drop the Megasar, and I'd be looking for probably something to keep Finja alive. I could probably swing the Finja first and make a lot more Murlocs, which isn't too bad. I could also buff Finja and then use him to clear the Despicable Dreadlord, which is probably my best play. And fill my board up with more Murlocs. And then I could probably Steed the next turn, or Megasar. I really want to get rid of that Dreadlord. Those things always get me. Nice. That's a pretty good pickup with the War Leader. Makes him really want to remove that War Leader. Let's see what he does here. Well said. I was going to say, he hasn't played any Pirates once I saw Kalashov. There's a danger there. Could just push face here. think he's adding it up right now. It'd be hard for me to remove everything. Nice. Alright. So probably my best bet here is to go Steed, set up a blocker. I get Steed and then trade the Silver Hand here, and then trade the Seer into the big guy. And then I have a pretty good taunt in the way. I think that's my best bet here. Next turn we're looking at 8 mana. So I can Seer and Megasar. I could also Spike Ridge. I mean, not Spike Ridge, Scalebane. Yeah, I wish I had one more damage to clear that Kella set. I think I got a Scalebane Hydrologist. It's the only thing that feels right. Let's see what kind of secret we can get here. Redemption isn't too bad, because then once he clears my taunt, he can he'll have to clear it twice. And I'm going to let him clear there. Oh, I was hoping it landed on a Stegodon. He's got a pretty firm control of this board. Yeah, why would he? There we go. Clear it with the Firefly. Question is, does he trade into the Scalebane or not? Just playing the value game against me right now. Ouch. That's pretty much it for me. Crimscale Chump doesn't really help me out at all. Alright, so I got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got 8, I can do 8 mana there. So I'm going to go ahead and buff the Seer. Drop the Cold Light Seer. And then I'm going to try to get like a taunt or something to save my butt here. Nothing. Alright, so I can trade here and still have life. And that's all I can trade pretty much. That's it.
Well played. The victory is
We are 2 and 2. Good old 50% win rate there. Win one, lose one. Win one, lose one. So those 2 Warlocks in a row, I think. Again, pretty bad matchup there, but I won one and lost one there. We lost to a Shaman and a Warlock so far. We won to the Priest and the other Warlock. So I'm going to keep going with this. Switching to tempo just doesn't sound like it's really needed at the moment. Play about 10 games. If I don't have a winning weight rate, I'll go ahead and switch over to Tempo Rogue. Go over to the dark side. Alright, Paladin, I'm assuming it's Murloc Paladin. I need to deny him his Murlocs. Don't really have that option at the moment, though. He did mulligan a whole bunch of cards, though, so hopefully he didn't get anything good either. Turn it up, Soundwave. Soundwave was my favorite Transformer when I was a kid. He's pretty awesome. He's a Decepticon. Had all sorts of different cartridges and stuff you can put in his chest. He's pretty awesome. Looks like he's got a pretty good start here. Alright, we dropped the Hydrologist. I think Noble Sacrifice for Disruption will help. Repentance would be great for later in the game for his big turns like Tarim turns and stuff like that. An Eye for an Eye is just garbage. I bet Eye for an Eye saved me like once or twice against some mage, killing him on their turn. I'm hoping for like Murloc, any Murloc. Megastar doesn't help. Alright, so I can Rallying Blade and test for Noble Sacrifice here. It just seems pretty weak. I'm going to go ahead and Noble Sack myself, and then drop a Chum. The Chum trades with the Hydrologist. That clears the Hydrologist. Alright, fourth turn I get Naked Megastar. I don't like that to play at all. So now I'm going to check for... Okay, it's not Noble Sacrifice. It wasn't Repentance. It's probably Redemption or Getaway Kodo. Getaway Kodo is a better play there. So it's really up to him. Alright, I can Scalebane or Finja here. I think if I Finja, I can set up a better play for next turn. Scalebane on a naked board makes him trade double into it. Scalebane is tough, good card though too. So I think I Finja. I gotta get this board back. Save the weapon. There's the Blessing of Kings. Alright. Alright, I think the best thing here would be to Tarim. Because right now Megastar ain't gonna help me too much unless I get poison, and that's like 1 in 7 or something like that, so that's not a very good option. Blessing of Kings, he's out of range with the 8/8 there. I think I tear him. And I'm going to go ahead and trade with my blade here and see what kind of return we got here. Okay, Getaway Kodo is just fine. Does he have anything that breaking stealth would be an issue? And what do I have that breaking stealth would be an issue? I mean, Spellbreaker would be the only thing that would hurt, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and do the 3 damage. I like clearing his board there too, because on 6th turn you could have Spike Rich Steed that 8/8, which would have been ridiculous. It's a little weak doing the Tarim turn, but I think it's the only thing I really could do there. What I really want to do is I want to clear his board again this turn, because I want to watch out for Spike Ridge turn 7, or Bone Mare turn 7 on his end. So just keep his board clear as possible, make him make bad plays, make him play a naked Bone Mare or something like that. That would be the best I could do. I don't think he's going to play anything I can kill with Finja. Yeah, that's a smart move. I think I buff Finja and I drop the Scalebane and just try to push damage. Because then on turn 8 I can double Blessing of Kings, which is pretty freaking strong, and that kind of sets up lethal. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yes. Thanks, Soundwave. Three wins, 2 losses. We're back in the positive. I typically level in, or do ladder in Wild, so I usually play a lot of Dude Paladin. I played Murloc in Wild as well. It's a little different than Standard. It's a little more, it's not as board filling. Yeah, like you can't fill your board as fast. So if you lose your board, you're pretty much screwed. So that'll be 1, 2, 3 turn. I'm looking for like a Megasar or something else to weave in here. Cold by Seer, that'd be pretty good. Hunter, big turns. You want to make sure it's free of beasts on 4. That way he can't Hellmaster. You want to be careful about going wide. Noble Sacrifice does a lot of good work against the Hunter. So does Getaway Kodo. I have a lot of Battlecry minions here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Getaway Kodo. Hope for like a Chum or a Tidecaller next turn that I can play with it. Valfin would be fine as well. Trekking used to be an awesome card in the Face Hunter days because you often find lethal with it. I think it's best to buff and trade. I want to try to keep this board as clear as possible. It's fine. It's good. Doesn't do anything for his board. Keeps him not having a minion on 4. Talking 3rd turn here. I could Seer here. If I War Leader, he's just going to trade with his weapon. If I Seer here, he's going to trade into the Seer, and then I would have 2/6, which is pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Or 2/5, I'm sorry. It's 2 to 2. It's nice not having beasts on board on turn 4. There we go. Deadly shot, alright. It's clearing my board completely. Alright, I think I Chum. I can't play everything. Tidecaller War Leader sounds really strong. What's he got on his 5th turn coming up? Not much. I think he's going to try to develop more minions next turn. So I think going wide myself would be pretty good. But not too wide. So I'm going to do the Tidecaller War Leader. And then on 5th turn here I can go ahead and Rattling Blade, Kodo, this Chum. Hope I draw Murloc too so that the Chum isn't wasted, but you know, it's possible. That's fine. Ooh, Fincha sounds really fun here. But I'm going to Chum. I'm going to do what I was talking about. I'm going to buff him here. Use the Rattling Blade to clear the charge, because I don't want a high main with charge dropping on the board on the 6th turn for him. Yep, there's the high main. That would have been bad with charge, so I'm going to make him try to trade with his high main by dropping some more minions and just going face. I'm going to keep the charge on the weapon. That way I can clear Hyena or something like that later. This also pushes lethal here. Probably Explosive Trap. They've been running a lot of Explosive Trap lately. Don't. Alright, go face. Alright. So, what are my chances? I can draw another War Leader too. If I Bone Marrow here, man, this is tough. Big thing, I'm kind of worried about what he's got here. I think I'm gonna go and just try to take it out. All right. Hydrologist and Grimscale. All right, so what do we got here? We got probably Explosive Trap, which kills my Murlocs pretty bad, pretty handily. 610. Could also be. Let's see. I mean, I gotta try, right? Misdirection. All right. So I got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Nice. Who would have thought misdirection? Kind of a weird play. Alright. Let's add another win to that column. Like I said before, I usually do these videos and these streams. I save them all to my YouTube channel right here, and I review them later to see where I mess up. And it's mainly for me to be doing this stuff. But if you guys can get some value from that, go ahead and check out my YouTube and check out the older videos here. I started right from like rank 15 or 17 or something like that this season, so you really shouldn't have missed very much. Alright, we got a rogue here. It's kind of a tough matchup, especially since I took out the Galactic Crawlers. I want to try to get board and keep board as usual, so I want to go for like lower cost Murlocs. Yeah, that's not lower cost Murlocs, but you know. Drew Patches. That's always helpful. I'm going to coin out the Hydrologist. I can make him hero power. Getaway Kodo is probably my best, but I got a Battle Cry. Oh, wow. That was a bad pick. I was trying to click in between. Alright, so we did hero power and clear. It's not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and jump here. Let him hero power and do it again. Makes the seer a little bigger. Tar Creepers. Alright, fourth turn I probably want to Valfin into the seer. So this turn I think I Rallying Blade. And go ahead and take 3 damage. It's not very strong, but then I have 4th turn, and I got 5th turn Scalebane, and 6th turn Spike Ridge. Redemption didn't really work in there yet, but maybe I click that because I'm going to get Tyrion later in the game. It's going to be awesome, so we'll see how that goes. The Barnes build is actually pretty good for rogues. Go ahead and make that board a little stickier. He'd have to trade, double trade, into the seer. It's good that he drew Patches there. Has no weapon, that's always good. Alright, so 5th turn Scalebane looks pretty good. What would I trade into? I'd probably clear out the... ooh, Cold Blood. Nice. He's going face, man, yeah. So I want to make sure I have something for Spike Ridge to hit later on. But I definitely want to clear the Pirate and Van Cleave here. We're looking at like 5 damage coming to face here. He's low on cards. Hopefully I can withstand here. If there's something still alive, I'd love to Spike Ridge it. If you're smart, he'd trade into it. Nope. Nice. Alright, so we're going to Spike Ridge, and I'm going to go ahead and clear Barns. Yeah, nothing else works really well. I have to get Taunt down. So 7th turn, we can start laying Murlocs. I don't think... That hurts. So I'm hoping for a Bone Mare here. Bone Mare's the only thing that really saves me, because he's on his Bone Mare turn. Alright, yeah, if he's got Bone Mare in hand, I die, so I'm gonna go in War Leader. Yeah, Rock Pool. And Hero Power. If I lived to 8th turn, I drop Tyrion. His outs are Cold Blood, Bone Mare. Yep, that's it. Alright. 4 and 3. Just not getting the streaks like I normally do. Typically from like rank 10 to rank 5 is pretty quick. But I seem to be dinking and donking and trading back and forth. Like I said, I'm gonna play 10 games. We're gonna see what kind of win rate we got. Probably should have waited a minute so I didn't have to face that rogue again. Rogues, Warlocks, and Evolved Shaman. 3 hardest matchups. I guess 4 if you count both of rogues. Alright, Paladin, probably Murloc, same thing. So, big thing we gotta get on the board, keep it. I know I keep saying that, it gets repetitive. I think another 1-drop Murloc would be pretty nice. Yeah, okay. Listen to me, I appreciate that. So good tie collar, coin, chum. Say nice. That's a good buff. I'm sure there's a lot of debate between whether or not the chum was better, because you could hit the tide collar and make him a bigger life. Ah, we're talking hand buff Paladin. I don't see too many of these. Alright, so we're gonna probably want to rock pool. Yeah, probably want to rock pool the chum and trade, and then go face with the tide collar. I like to spread my assets out a little bit. Does hand buff run consecrate? Yeah, 2-6 already. That's crazy. Alright, so I definitely see her here. My other options, I guess, is Hydrologist and look for something to block his attack. But I think I want to make my guys bigger and tougher. Do I got a trade here? What would he do next turn if I did? He would have 2 to 2-6, and he wouldn't be able to go into any one of these. But he could probably deal 2 and then consecrate and take out at least this guy. And if I were to trade here, I'd take out that guy anyway. So I'm going to let him do that trade if he's going to do it next turn. True Silver. That's a good turn 4 play. Paladins have great turn 4 cards. It was always so hard making Paladin decks because there were so many good cards that you could put in there. Alright, I think I just Blessing of Kings, the rock pool right here. And then swing face with the other 2. Yeah, that gives me even damage, biggest health. I like that. And it's out of range of the True Silver. Peacekeepers were always great cards in control. Alright, what do we got here? We got Finja. I think you just slam Finja here. I'm going to go ahead and trade into the 1-1 as well, but then I'm going to take 3 to face. I'm going to let him do that other trade if he wants to do it. Big thing with trading is if they can do something that hurts you more on their turn, you want to go ahead and do the trade. But if they have no other option or it doesn't hurt you as much, just let them do the trade and go face. I learned that a long time ago playing Face Hunter. It was one of my favorite decks when I first started playing because it was really cheap. Blessing of Kings on Finjar here is a pretty decent play. It keeps him out of range of the True Silver and just makes things kind of all around difficult. I might probably Rock Pool after that. Got a War Leader, that's pretty good. He's going to trade into the War Leader because he's got to remove that. Rock pooling into it doesn't help me. It won't save him. But a Rock Pool onto the Rock Pool will save him and deal a little more damage. I'm really hoping to draw a Bone Mare here. That would help clear this whole thing out. Stone Hills. Yeah, pretty much have to remove the War Leader. Another taunt. Make it 3/3. Okay. Right, what do we got? We got Chum. It's kind of a crappy pickup, but there's not much really else I can do here. I'm going to go ahead and pop the shield and then use Finja to get more Murlocs. Hopefully I get the other War Leader. There we go. So next turn he can do a lot of other bad trades to me. I'm going to go ahead and trade into it. Consecrate really hurts me this next turn. But keeping the Inquisitor back doesn't do anything. Keeping Hydrologist back will keep him alive for next turn. So if he consecrates right here, all I have is a War Leader and the Vilefin. And that's only 7 damage. Marin? Why would he play Marin? There's no hard removal in Paladin. Alright, we got another Wind add. 5 and 3. I can play that deck again, so we'll queue that up real quick while I'm changing that. What would be his idea to remove that with? Like, Druid, so we're looking at either aggro token or big, or Jades, but you don't see Jades too much down lower ranks. The name of the game is the same for both of them. Get on the board early, get your early Murlocs, and try to make them sticky. Spellbreaker's great in this matchup if it's big. Ramping. Alright, so it could be big, could be Jade. I guess we'll see, right? Big thing, I just want to get damage down and hurt him as hard as I can. Just really... Alright, so we're talking Jades. The 1-1 Jade here, the 1-1 is really of no consequence. So I'm just going to keep going phase here, make my guys a little more sticky. I'm hoping, really hoping for a Megasar on turn 4 draw. That'd be really good. He's probably going to nourish on 5. If he's got the nuts. Okay, he's just going to wrath and trade. He just didn't like that chum, huh? Megastar would be great. And Valfin. Yeah, I could Valfin Rallying Blade and keep going face. The only thing that kind of hurts me there a little bit is Spreading Plague on 6 for him. But I gotta try to advance the board and try to get the damage done. You can't play around that. You gotta just keep going. There's a Spreading Plague. Okay. That's fine. You gotta just gamble that they don't have that, and if they do, then you just keep clearing and keep going. I can silence one, but I really like to keep that silence for later. I know there's going to be something big that he's going to drop that I'm going to need to remove. So I'm going to go ahead and clear 2 of these. Drop another Murloc. Being careful to try to play around Swipe. 7th turn, you can Malfurion on the Pestilence. Drop 2 more taunts. There's Swipe. Yep. Being careful to play around Swipe. Not that I really had a choice there. I mean, I had to trade into 1/1s there the whole way, but. 6th turn, Tide Color. Kinda useless. But I'm going to drop him, Hero Power, and then trade all 3 of these in. Alright, so this is really, really bad to swipe here, if you had 2. 8th turn's when the big stuff comes out. Primordial Drake is pretty bad. Yeah, it clears my whole board. I think Scalebane Hero Power is really the only option. Naked Bone Mare kind of sucks. And Spellbreaking that doesn't do anything when I don't have anything on the board to keep swinging. So, I gotta do Scalebane Hero Power. He's got a lot of options on turn 9. He's still got a lot of cards in his hand too. 5 is pretty good. Excuse me. Markeeper to get to 10. He could have probably just popped out a 2/2 because he would get at 10 mana next turn anyway. So I think that's kind of a waste. Because he was already at 9. You know, there's no reason to get to 10 this turn and then waste your addition next turn. Bowmare looks pretty strong here. Keeping Spellbreaker to get through a taunt later on is a pretty good idea. Yeah, I think I Bone Mare. Clear. It gives me a 9/5 and an 8/5. Both good targets for UI, but that would also make him to overdraw, so I'm not sure if he's really worried about that, but there you go, Coon, UI. Okay. Now he's at 10. Alright, 10 cards in his hand. He's looking to probably gain some armor. Curator's pretty decent. I think a Curator here and go face. He dies to Coon, and then that dies to this guy. I mean, I really don't have any other too many other trades. Silence doesn't do very much. The thing that hurts me most here is he's probably going to armor up next turn. And trading into Coon saves me like 2 armor. Because he would just armor up this guy instead. His Jades are only 2/2s right now. Yeah, I'm going to drop the Curator. I'm going to drop the Hydrologist too. It couldn't hurt me. Redemption isn't too bad. I think Getaway Kodo is still my best bet.
My hand is too full.
It's a really bad position to be in against Druids when they got a full hand, mid to late game. There's so much big stuff they can just throw down at you. We'll just try to keep on. Serum isn't too bad. I don't think I want to play him on a naked board though. But let's see. He would gain 2/4 here. Lose 4 there. And then he would lose 4 health and gain 2 health. So it's really not that advantageous, but I can hero power Vilefin, tear him, and then get him back with the Kodo, which would be pretty good. My other options are like Scalebane and some other stuff, and that doesn't look very good. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. See what we got here. I like the idea of getting Tarim back too, if I do, especially against Jade, because playing Tarim a couple times really does a lot of power. Medivh. Excuse me. Green beans and chicken for dinner, and it's coming back up a little bit. Oh man, talk about value there. Trade completely. All right. Alright, a couple things I could do here. I could probably, I mean, silencing the Pyros sounds pretty good. What else am I looking at? Just silence. That would Jade Druid would be running. I'm not exactly sure. I could silence the Pyros and drop the Scalebane. It's not that great, but it's pretty good play right now. It'll help me out, I think. Expanding the board. I'm waiting for him to be getting that Jade Factory moving. I have no idea why he hasn't done it so far. I just thought of something that I would like to have silenced. It's like Jade Big. Is right. Easy, dog, easy. Dog just scared the crap out of me. Sorry, none of this looks good. I think Bone Mare, like Chum Hero Power Bone Mare, is about the only option I got here. Bone Mirror, it doesn't matter actually. I'm gonna put that here, and I'm just gonna go face. You can go lay down. Yeah. See, I'll just let him do that trade because I didn't want to trade that anyway. So that worked out pretty good. Wow, is this Jade big? I should have saved that Spellbreaker, huh? And the Lich King. That's it, man. That's not good. Alright, so I can do my second Tarim turn here. I'm just going to do Murloc, Tarim. Go ahead and trade in. That's some value there. Getting those 3 guys down to 3/3s is pretty useful. Oh snap! Nora's dope. Oh. What do we got? Alright, we got War Leader, Hero Power, Megastar, into Wind Fury. +1/+1, alright. Go face, go face. Yes! Man, we squeaked that one out. Gotta react fast. I'm not used to big dropping Nora's Domo either. It's kind of a weird play there. He probably didn't have the other Deathwing. Alright, looks like no matter what, even when we lose to this Warlock, we're going to be a 6-4 for my 10th thing, and that's a winning average, so I said we'd keep on doing that. If you guys have other opinions or anything like that, go ahead and voice them in chat. I could run whatever decks you want. I got Zoo, I got Tempo Rogue. If you would like to see something else, just let me know. I'm open for suggestions. Seth. Okay, so we're talking Zoo. Rock Pool sticks on the board a little harder. Yeah. You just know. You see a Warlock, you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna lose. That's what Paladin does. He says, Uther's like, yeah, you know what? I'll just take those losses. But then I'll get like crazy wins off of like Big Druid out of nowhere. Alright, so use the Soulfire. What's he gonna do on third turn? Not too many third turn drops on Zoo. He'd probably just do another 1 or 2 drops. I'm kind of thinking because if I drop a 3/3 War Leader, I can make him trade both of those into it in order to get to win. What are you chewing on? Drop it. Sorry, my dog's chewing on something. Drop it. Drop it. Probably got one of the kids' toys. But I can also Hydrologist and look for Noble Sack. Yeah, that's probably the best bet here. No. No. Where's your toys? This is not your toys. Shoot the head off of one of my Stormtrooper chess pieces. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. He's kneeling prone, about to shoot, and ate the head completely off. The wonders of having a dog. Alright, so now he's got 1, 2. So, you know, it looks like this is the demon build, so they'll probably have that demon potion gives him +3/+3. Either way, I mean, I got a 5 and 6 curve here. I could drop a Seer, and that'll be less of a threat than the War Leader. And maybe wouldn't trade into it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop the war leader. Contrary to what I was saying. Chain gang. Always a good turn 4 when you already buffed it with Kaliseth. Such a good play. You get what? You get 6, 8 worth of stats for 4 mana. Pretty good. We can scale Bane here. We could also chum into Cold Light. He'd probably take out my war leader at that point. Could he clear my board then too? I'd have 3 minions. I don't think he'd clear my board then, which sets up nice for a Spike Ridge on turn 6. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Do I trade here? I think I can attack and be alright. Because then he'd still have to attack through with other stuff. And he's only got 1 damage here. And I'd be taking 1 here. Yeah. Yeah, you have to trade that anyway. Or, you know, attack into it anyway. Come on, defile the whole board away. Fifth turn he can just Scale Bane. That's pretty good in that position right here. He's got 2 taunts up. He's got a couple. He got a stealth target that it could hit. It's a pretty good play. Doomguard. Real good. I got a Bone Marrow out. Well, I didn't get it, but he got a Bone Marrow out. There's that. You can clear the board completely. Contrary to what I was just saying. Alright, Tarim here drops that guy to 3-3, that guy to 3-3, makes it 0-1 a 3-3. This is not a good value to drop Tarim here. Naked Scale Bane, he'd have to trade into it with his Doomguard. Hydrologist is an option. But I'd rather do that on turn 7 if I didn't get like a Bone Marrow or something, but there's nothing really to play it on. I mean, Tarim just looks bad here, but it's really my only good play. Because 7, then I could Scale Bane, Hydrologist, and then 8, Prey. I mean, this will at least take out 2 of his minions. Although it buffs the other 2, which is really shitty. Crappy, sorry. I should really just put the age filter on here. See, it's already better than playing Scale Bane. Because he would have just traded that 1 into it and then still had the guys on board. Ouch, man. Just not good. Alright, so he's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 here. So he doesn't have lethal represented yet. So we trade into here with the Rattling Blade. So it gives me 4 mana. And then I can Hydrologist and maybe get Noble Sack for Disruption for a turn. And then I can Hero Power Spike Ridge to try to get the board back on the 8th turn. I can also Scale Bane Hydrologist right now. So that'd be, and then I'd die to Doomguard. Oy. Yikes. Alright, need redemption. Rallying Blade. I still died to Doomguard. Bone Mare. Don't die yet. I'm not dead yet. Come on, I'll be dead in a turn.
Speak your piece.
Now I'm dead. Right, 8, 13. No? Oh, still ugly. Spec Ridge. What's the most amount of damage I can prevent here? Not enough is the answer. Because he can still trade in, and then I had a 6. He could trade both these guys in and still hit me for 5, so that's it. Redemption. It's still like a long shot here, but what would I get after that fact to save me for the next turn? Tyrion, Bone Mare, Curator, a big taunt to try to save me for one more turn. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Yeah, I'm dead. I don't know why I thought I would get a it would get the Stegodon, I would get a taunt again, but that's alright. I'm tired, it's been a long day. Alright, so we did our 10 games, and we are 6-4. So that is a winning record, despite its ugliness. So I think we just keep on jamming Murloc Paladin, unless you guys want to see some of these other decks. I can play those. Just speak up and let me know. But in the meantime, I'm going to start another game. I could even play some Wild if you guys want to see some of that. Like I said, I usually level playing Wild. Alright, Paladins. Got hand buffer Murlocs, probably most likely Murlocs. This hand's pretty good with coin, I think. I can start out early. And then I can use the coin if he drops something that'll kill my Tide Collar. I could always drop the Hydrologist first and then work my way back out through that way. No point in playing a Tide Collar if it's just gonna die, right? So nice. Go ahead and play the Tide Collar. Dude! What's mine say? I'm gonna buff. Swing. Again, like, he couldn't make a worse trade here, so... there's a Rallying Blade, okay. That's fine. Alright. So playing a coin Megasar here is pretty good. Even though it's only on one Murloc, because I have 2 in hand, and it doesn't die to Rallying Blade like it would be if it was True Silver. Ooh, Wind Fury is what I'm taking, because that's going to make him want to trade directly to with the blade. Because then it'd be a pretty good removal for him. Peacekeeper. Alright. Can tell if this is hand buff or control or what's going on here. I haven't seen a Murloc yet, but he could have just be stalling. I'm going to go ahead and Blessing at King's him and just go face. Let's push this damage a little bit. What do you got on 5? Typically in Wild you see Sludge Belcher here on 5. That's like the main thing. Okay, so what he's probably doing is looking for a Spike Ridge turn next turn. So this is the turn I trade. I'm going to go ahead and Hydrologist Rallying Blade. Clear him. Clear him. Because I do not want to give him a Spike Ridge. It just makes it too easy for him. Getaway Kodo is my best bet. Because both of these guys got Battle Cry coming back is pretty nice. Another Peacekeeper. Okay. That's fine by me. We just keep trading, keep his board clear. Especially on the Bone Mare turn coming up for him. I think we War Leader and Kodo. I'm not going to Hero Power on purpose because I don't want him to kill my 1/1 and then I get that back to my hand. That's kind of useless. We got lethal with the Bone Mare next turn. No, we don't. We got 4 damage. I would need 6 total. I think I just Curator here. I mean, I could Bone Mare and go... Yeah, I think Bone Mare is a best play always. Because it puts a 5/5 on the board, buffs my guy, sets up kind of lethal for next turn. Let's see what happens. 8th turn, he's got a lot of options. Ah, Hydrologist. First Murloc I've seen. Terran. Good play, good play. So we go ahead and just Spellbreaker that and win the game. Seven to 4. Keep on going. See if we can get a good win streak going here. Drop down some Franks. Wow, all 1-drops. That's pretty good. I'm going to toss back Spellbreaker. I'm going to keep all these guys. Because you really want an early start and get that board solidified against a Hunter. Their first turn, like Macaw and Alley Cat, are pretty good to at least get something on the board. There's the Macaw. Yeah, I think I play Tide Collar, and then I coin out the Vilefin. Kind of waste the chum a little bit. I probably could have chummed and then Vilefin, but I like getting the Tide Collar out and getting him buffing as fast as possible. There we go. He's looking for poison or +1/+1. Yeah, it's good. And then he could trade there. Yeah, chum kind of stinks here. I'm just going to go ahead and Hero Power. That way if he trades, I can trade back and clear out his minion again. Third turn I'm looking for a 2-drop Murloc. Kalaka, okay. Glad I don't run the pirate build. Alright, so now he's starting to take the board back. Not good for me. I'm going to buff the Tide Collar before dropping him. Even then, the 2-3 would have to be trade. Yeah, he can trade all of his guys back into that. Fourth turn. Fourth turn is pretty bad. Hey, Sethy P, how you doing? You really want to keep beasts off the board on fourth turn, because Beastmaster or Houndmaster is pretty tough. Ugh. Hero Power and Rock Pool is probably my best bet. A Naked Megastar is not ever a good thing. So we're gonna try to keep throwing minions down. He's probably gonna keep trading into it. Oh, there's a hyena. That's not good for me. Yeah, there's some problems there. I let him get the board back early on, and that's how you lose against Hunter. So, you know, that's where I'm at there. If I throw down Scalebane here, he can easily just trade his 2 cats right into it. He's in a really good position here. I still think Scalebane's the only play, though. It's not a good play. It's really a really bad play, but I don't know exactly what else. Oh god. Yeah, that's it, guys. Got a really fast start. Took over the board from me. Not much else you can do. Yep, Omer doesn't help me. 7-5. That's what you don't want to do against a Hunter, so don't be like me. Don't let him get the board back. Build a strong board and keep their board clear. That's the way you win. Same guy? Nope. Different guy. Alright, so with the coin, keep a war leader. It's a pretty good idea. You really want low cost minions. Get that board, keep it. Valfin's pretty good because it kind of counters against the Alley Cat turn. Alright, we got Chum 2. I might Chum first. No, I'll save the Chum for later, because I really don't want to have him clear it, which is the 1-1. Let's see what he does on 2. Crawler. Okay, so I can coin out the Tide Caller here, or the War Leader, and that'll help me trade. And I think that's the best bet. War Leader would die to the weapon draw, the Eagle Horn. But that's fine because then his board would be empty on turn 4 from the Houndmasters. Iron Fury. Alright, so we just go ahead and chum and then buff our War Leader. Clear out the Iron Fury. Fourth turn, I got the good Blessing of Kings. Is pretty good. I'm looking to draw into a Scalebane before turn 5, and then I can curve out pretty well. It's always Huffer. Every time. We got a Cold Light Seer. That's actually pretty decent here. But I can Hero Power and do that next turn, I think. I'm just going to Blessing of Kings on the War Leader and go phase here. And then next turn, Hero Power and Cold Light, or getting another one of these 2-drop Murlocs to couple with that Cold Light buff. Wasn't too much stuff that he could do to me. Kill command, okay. That's fine. It's good to get that out of the way. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do what... yeah, we're going to go ahead and do the Cold Light. What are his trade options that are bad for me? There really isn't much. I mean, if he trades into the 1/1 guy, or the 1/3 guy, it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to let him make the trade. No, don't do that. Clear the board in peace. Always be wary of Houndmaster. Always Huffer. Oh. Oh, Razor Maw. Yeah, you've been Razor Maw into Razor Maw there. Summon some plants. Alright, so I got a couple options here. I can tear him and trade into the taunt, and then I'd probably just go face. I could also Scalebane here, but that's probably a weaker play, it looks like, because then I wouldn't be able to get rid of the taunt. So I'm going to go ahead and tear him here. I'm going to trade the Silver Hand away. And go face. Bone Mare! Everybody loves Bone Mare. Every deck loves Bone Mare. I could Bone Mare my guy too, but then I would trade him evenly. And I don't like that very much. I'd rather drop the Curator here. Yeah, because my own Bone Mare trades hand in hand with his Bone Mare, and I don't like that. I'd rather get more value from that. He could also Bone Mare attack and 2-plant attack. I think his best trade would be his taunt into Curator, and then trade Bone Mare into Cold Light. But we'll see what he does here. Still haven't seen a Houndmaster yet. Gladiator Longbow. Okay. This is fine. We'll be alright. He can do 10, 17, 18 damage, 19, 20. So he's got lethal if I don't put up something in his way. So the only thing I can really put him away, I don't have 1-drop to drop the Bone Mare, so I'm going to have to hope for taunt from the Megasar. So I got to give myself the best possibilities here. Hydrologist. Redemption. Yeah, you can't take that chance. So I'm going to go ahead and Rock Pool, drop the Megasar, hope for taunt. Hope he doesn't see that he has lethal. Sure, what else other plays that I had there that I could have done? I mean, it all came down pretty much to the Harem turn, right? He didn't see he had lethal, which is pretty good, guys. It's good to miss lethal. Yeah, he did have a Houndmaster that whole time. And a Hyena. Yeah, that's his game for me, but I'm still pretty surprised he didn't realize he had lethal. Ooh, Spectre Steed. Alright, so there's 2 taunts there. plus the divine shield. Yeah, I'm gonna spike reach him. Go ahead and make some trades. Throw it out of war later. So let's see, you can do 9 here, and then trade in with this guy, and then he would have 2, 4. Yeah, he would need to buff his hyena beforehand, and he really can't. So 5 and 9. 6 into the 2/6. 2 damage to face, plus the hero power. He needs 1 more damage from hand. So like unleash the hounds, kill command. There's the bear shark. I die next turn anyway, but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Can I get 2 more damage out of here somewhere? Bone Mare. Protect myself a little bit. See if I can get a little sack. That helps. Oh, eye for an eye. Because he would deal 2 to me. Yeah, if I'm going out, I'm taking him with me. Oh yeah, there was that 1 damage. My bad.
Well played.
All right. 7 and 6. And this is just not progressing as fast as I really want it to be. I think I'm going to switch over to the Tempo Rogue for a little while, if you guys don't mind. I'm going to quickly restart the stream real quick though.